Welcome to Signal to Alpha, your essential morning market briefing. I'm Lady Muriel, cutting through the noise to deliver what moves markets today. Let's get you your alpha before the opening bell. Here's what's moving markets this morning. Fed Chair Powell is cooling rate cut expectations, sending equities lower despite positive trade developments. Big tech earnings are delivering decidedly mixed results across the sector. Nvidia has reached a historic $5 trillion valuation milestone. The US and China have announced a significant tariff framework agreement following high-level diplomatic talks. And on the domestic front, a government shutdown enters its fifth week with critical food assistance expiring this Saturday. Let's start with the Fed and what's rattling markets. Fed Chair Powell threw cold water on December rate cut expectations during his press conference yesterday, reversing earlier gains. The Dow briefly touched 48,000 before his remarks triggered an immediate repricing. Powell stated a December cut is far from a foregone conclusion, with strongly different views among colleagues. Traders instantly recalibrated odds from 90% down to 67%. Treasury yields spiked sharply, with the 10-year jumping 7.4 basis points to just over 4%, a significant move that's reshaping portfolio positioning heading into the trading day. Now, big tech earnings delivered decidedly mixed signals across the board. Alphabet reported over $100 billion in quarterly revenue, with Gemini AI reaching 650 million monthly active users, closing the gap with ChatGPT's 760 million. Their custom chip business is seeing substantial demand. Microsoft impressed with cloud growth but spooked investors with capital expenditures far exceeding expectations on AI infrastructure and chips. Meta missed earnings due to a $16 billion tax charge, but revenue beat expectations, and Zuckerberg says their Ray-Ban smart glasses could become very profitable after selling out within 48 hours of launch. The big winner? Nvidia just became the first company ever to hit $5 trillion in market cap, closing at $207.16. That milestone came just 78 trading days after hitting $4 trillion. To put that in perspective, Nvidia is now worth more than Broadcom, TSMC, AMD, ASML, Micron, Lam Research, Qualcomm, Intel, and ARM combined. A stunning consolidation of value in the AI infrastructure space. On the international trade front, President Trump and Xi Jinping met face-to-face in South Korea for their first meeting in 6 years. They announced a framework agreement that averts the 100% tariff scheduled for Saturday. China will pause rare earth export restrictions for 1 year and immediately purchase U.S. soybeans and farm products. Trump cut tariffs on Chinese goods by 10 points. Both leaders agreed to reciprocal visits, with Trump heading to China in April. This represents a meaningful de-escalation in trade tensions with direct implications for supply chains and corporate earnings forecasts. Finally, on the domestic policy front, the government shutdown enters Week 5 with SNAP benefits running out this Saturday, threatening 42 million Americans. Senator Fetterman broke with Democrats, calling out his party for playing chicken with food security. Senate Republicans defected on Trump's Canadian tariffs, with Collins, Paul, McConnell, and Murkowski joining Democrats to advance a resolution terminating the emergency powers, though it will likely stall in the House. These developments underscore the macro risk of prolonged fiscal uncertainty heading into year-end. That's your signal to alpha for today. Subscribe for tomorrow's essential market briefing. Trade smart, stay informed. See you at the opening bell.